Hey guys, how's it going? Rash here, and welcome back to another episode of Draft. I believe this week is the standard draft, so we are going to be jumping into that momentarily. But before we do, I do want to take a quick second to let you guys know that we have got some exciting videos inside the works. I wanted to address this because I know the content's been a little monotonous, kind of. Maybe not the best word, but I understand that, we're producing some very similar videos, and we're lacking a little bit of spice recently, and there is a reason behind that, but we're not going to get into that right now. Just know that there are some more exciting video plans in the works, and I'm excited to show you guys. But for now, we do have to wait just a little bit longer to get those going. For now, though, we are going to jump back into some draft, and you guys know how it goes. 3 matches. Let's see if we can win all 3 with whatever we can draft up. So let's go ahead and get the deck building right now. And our options for this week's draft include Crusaders, Pirates, and a little bit of Warlocks on top of that. I think I want to go... Do I want to go red? I feel like I always go red in the standard draft environment here. You know what? I'll switch it up. We'll go green. We'll go green this time around, and that's a big pickup right off the bat here. We'll grab an execution for some hard removal. You'll love to see it there. Maybe some hooks as well. We can get a little bit of fun. We can get a little bit funny with that. Same thing, same word. We'll pick up a scout because we know we like units in this format. Same with the bridge troll, I guess. We'll rock bridge troll. He put in some work I think it was either last week or 2 weeks ago. I think he put in some serious work, that bridge troll. So we'll take him again. Go with the con artist for some additional ramp. Oh, and speaking of ramp, Southport, gotta love that. I'm gonna try and grab a bit more of that as we go along here and see if we can maybe get some bigger units to flesh out our ramp reward. So we'll see how that goes here. Tough choice, Green Drake or Mugging. Mugging is nice for that, a little bit of removal. We do have the execution as well already. I might go with the Drake, because bodies are just more of what you want in, draft environments here. And on that same line, I guess we'll go swords. Swords is fine. We'll also grab... do I want a Dino Rider? I don't know if I do. We'll go Salahar Spitefish. May have been a mistake, but we'll pass up. Oh, yeah, it was a mistake. We have Tunnel Escape right here, and that would have been the Dwarf Synergy we needed to get that going. We'll take Tunnel Escape then, just in case, for later. I guess we'll take Kraken. I do like Kraken, because it's primarily this, people like to call it a more expensive Arbiter, but I say it's a more permanent Arbiter, so I'll have to see that in this format. We'll get rid of the Con Artist. That sounds good. We'll go... Ooh. Go with Golem. This is a tough choice. What global do we want? Do we want an armory or do we want a smith? I think we want smith, because smith is primarily better. It's cheaper, and it's a body that we can utilize too, so that just makes sense here. We do need to get some cheaper stuff, though. We do have just a lot of 3s as our first play here, and that's not necessarily the best of things to have. Take a knockout. We will... Oh, God. Take a Serpent Witch, I guess. Anything cheaper. Nope, we'll grab Fencer. We will grab... Phantom Strike can be funny, actually. I think we'll go with Phantom Strike. I like that. Go with Drake. I need another cheap body here. Go with Manfish. Cheap body is good. We do not have any monsters except for Kraken. Oh, I guess Serpent Witch too, but Colossus is going to be more of a liability. And Minotaur, I guess we have 2. I can't really kickstart Colossus too early, though, without the Manfish. Although it is the best option, potentially, here. So I guess we'll go with Colossus. And then let's pick up a Thief, too, for some more ramp. Not gonna lie, this deck is looking pretty rough, but we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, I guess let's just get into the first game, then. Alright, and that first game will be coming up right now. And thankfully, we hit a lot of our early drops. Which, I mean, you'll love to see. Yeah, it's fantastic stuff here. We do have the Drake for turn 2. We do have Con Artist for Minotaur ramp, potentially. I don't think that's gonna... Is it gonna work the way I want to? 3, we go into 4, 5, get a combo. We can get it. So I think we'll have to consider it. But for now, we'll go Faithful Drake. We'll start off this game. He's got the estate down, so he's going to get some early ramp going on his side of the board here. Could be troublesome because, again, we're both running Pirates here, it looks like. So, yeah, that could be a bit annoying. I am going to, I think, pop Connors down so we can get an early Minotaur. He has, what? Oh, he can put a turn 3 Minotaur on the board, and I'm not going to be happy about it. Almost as if I just called it out. He's not gonna play it now. I mean, what else are you gonna do, pal? You've got 6 gold here. Southport isn't really a card that should be getting a whole lot of buffs, so the repost is funny. There's a brewery, there's an estate, so a lot of buildings for this deck, surprisingly enough. Interesting. That is certainly interesting. I think what I might want to do, actually, is instead of just ramping into Minotaur, I think I want to put some pressure. Oh, I have the... I probably shouldn't have run that Faithful Drake all the way in then if I have the Green Drake buff. That may have been dumb on my part. But hey, I mean, it's still a big body he has to get rid of here. There's Zone Green Drake. Okay. It's fine. Not a big deal. I kind of want to trade with that just in case there's more lurking for that. I guess what I could also do is just knock out the captain. This can also just ramp us into more units because if all he has is buildings, there's no board presence on the field, so we can just sort of rush him down and hope that he can't really capitalize off of something like a Mordock maybe, which he has 1 gold off of this turn, but you know, could easily get it next turn if we don't take out these buildings. He's going to drop a Tunnel Escape onto us. That is going to get rid of the Green Drake. Yep, there it goes. He's also not going to connect with our Con Artist, which is interesting. We can take advantage of this. We can just move in our Manfish to a prime position to pop some buildings here. We could also use that to, I think, pop into a Minotaur, reducing our Kraken cost even further down to 8. And then just running the Minotaur into his face here and see if he has any way to, you know, get rid of it. He can get into a Mordock at this point, again, if he has it, but, you know, with how varied draft is, you never know. He's going to throw an Armory in a weird position, mind you. Rider as well. Okay, the Rider can not really trade with the Manfish. Okay, that can. That's a pain in the ass. But it is what it is here. So he's got a lot of globals for that deck, which is fine. We do have to start getting rid of those, I think, though. So let's go ahead and chop them down a bit, so we can reduce the attack power of what's going on to the board here. We can get the Colossus out as well, just for the next turn Kraken here. And I think we just might want to throw a Golem down as well here to really just start creating some bigger threats that are going to come down the board soon. He is running out of cards here. He has to put, I think, everything into the Minotaur to trade with it. Unless he hits the... Okay, no, he doesn't. He doesn't hit the Minotaur with the last will, so he has to put in both the units here. Or, okay, or not. Miner and the Scout. Although, debating why that wasn't the... What's the word for it? The weaker Miner. We're going to go Salahar. That is going to trigger the special delivery. So he is going to go back there. That's fine. We still can't move this yet, but we can put the Wraith down. And I think just the amount of, you know, the strength of these bodies coming down the board right now might be too much for him to handle. He's only drawing out 1 card a turn. The buildings aren't helping him too much here. I don't know what else this guy can use in his deck here that's going to be able to pull him out of this. But, I mean, we can run just things like the Wraith, the Golem down. Kraken in the following turn, too, is going to be absolutely brutal. That not only will deal some additional damage to Castle, but it's also going to get this Colossus going as well, just making another threat for him to deal with. Also on the Griffin. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Alright. Because that can weaken the Wraith here. He could have killed the Wraith, actually. I don't know if he's trying to block with the Griffin, but That's not going to work too well here. Even though I am going to give him the kill on the Wraith here, the more important aspect is I'm going to fear that out of the way. I can put the Kraken down. The Kraken gets big. We can move this in. We can move that up and then just pass it back. He's got one card coming into the draw here. He can connect with the Golem, with the Griffin, but that last card has to be something to maybe get rid of the Kraken. Execution, maybe? Looks like that's not going to be the case here. So game number 1 we will take, thanks to the monster shenanigans of Kraken and some odd choices for the buildings and pirates, but nonetheless, we do pick up that win. Fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and move on into game number 2 and see if we can't find some more success like that. And match number 2, it's going to be interesting. We do need to get rid of that Kraken. Unfortunately, not pulling a whole lot of early... Well, I mean, we do have some of our early jobs, but none of our 2 gold, which is what I kind of feared when making the deck here. We do kind of lack that early ability to put bodies down onto the board here, so it's going to be a little awkward in the first 2 turns here. Thankfully, he doesn't have a turn 1 play, so we can capitalize off a turn 3. Most likely, he will probably maybe coin out something here, or not. Bring it to the Cultist. Cultist is good. That's actually really good, actually. I don't know what I want to do with that. I could put out the wizard here and see if that baits out any sort of burn, like blue fire or arc fire or fire. See if he drafted it. Nope, it is going to be the mischievous imp and the right play. That's something for sure. Didn't expect that, but here we are. Gonna throw out the Serpent Witch to try and soak up some damage, which it did from the Imp, which is fantastic. We want to keep that Wizard as healthy as we can. While also not really moving it into potential danger. The right was sort of an interesting play here, so we'll see if our opponent has ways to capitalize off of that, although I really do not know if that's the case. Second Cultist coming out onto the board here, a further Incinerate onto the Serpent Witch. That is fine by me. We can get a little aggressive, I think, with how we play this. He is wasting a lot of his burn, and thankfully we just picked up a Wraith here, which is going to be, I think, somewhat difficult for him to interact with at this point in the game here. He can easily just put some Cultists into it. Maybe he has a way, like the blue fire maybe he's been holding. But this is good. We're going to put a lot of threats onto the board here and maybe force him to react in a not so optimal way. Although 5 gold, trying to think, what could he have immediately in Warlock that could do anything of noteworthy damage? Maybe, well, it's more of a neutral, but maybe like a Tunnel Escape to just get some more bodies out. Wraith of his own, maybe. I don't know. Not entirely sure. He did bring the Wraith down to 4 HP, so committed both of the Cultist attacks to it. He's throwing out the Imp to block face as well into the Dragon Knight. That's not going to do it, though. The way this is set up here. He will get a nice block here with the Cultist, so he thinks. We can easily just pop into the Dragon Knight here. We can trade or get rid of the Imp. We can pop the Cultist. I think that's a fine play to make. And then... Ooh, do I want to do... I think we'll do this. Yeah, we'll risk it. We'll see if he has a Dragon's Fire. Without the Blacksmith, without the Spitefish here. He can connect with the Cultist into the Wraith and the Drake into the Wizard if he wants to. And that'll be an incredibly valuable Dragon's Fire from him if he pulls that off here. But I don't think he's drafted it, so that's why we're just, putting a little more aggression on the board here. And seeing that Cultist having to retreat and pop into the Serpent Witch is a good sign for us here. He is probably going to end up, trading there. That's fine. Into a end of turn, and that, my friend, is more than okay, because what we can do now, get the Spitefish up a little more. We can get this Golem up here. That's gonna do some fun things. I think we'll pass on that. I don't want to really waste the manfish because we do have limited monsters to pop things like Colossus and the Kraken. So I do want to hold those for as long as I potentially can here. We'll see if he wants to shoot another cultist shot into us with the... Oh, okay. Big boy. Big synergistic boys here. Fantastic stuff. Although, unfortunately for him, we do have an execution. I am going to pop that onto one of those two Dino Rides. I'm leaving at the golem in on this action as well here. I'm kind of sensing that he might be hurting for resources a bit here. Maybe not everything in his deck. Okay, well, I say that, and there's a Mordock. Oh, boy. What can you coin into? Oh, that's gross. That is gross. Thankfully, he can't kill us with the Wraith. He needs some kind of global to do that first. Or he could have wasted the cultist, but I think he wants to do a little bit of cleanup here, which, I mean, fair to him, but it may not matter too much. He needed some kind of additional burn on the wizard, but he did not have it. Let's see. I think, as much as I don't want to do this, I think I have to. Let's pop into there, do that. Let's hook away that. We'll at least keep the wizard. The wizard is good enough to provide a bit more security to the board here, and then we'll try to rebound. I talked Mordock up a whole lot last game, but never showed up. And for apparently this game, I just forgot that he was a card that existed, and so we walk into the Mordock here. And speaking of things we have to walk into, there is a Professor Headwood. Headwood is kind of stinky, not gonna lie, because that means we have to make some positioning choices here. I do have to put this out. Let's get this going. This is gonna intercept that. I guess I can do that. Do have a lot of targets, so let's see where the Headwood lands. I guess that's why he teched in the right. Okay. Headwood connects to the hooks and the castle. Not exactly the best for him unless he's got more. Okay, so Rally connecting with the hooks. That's fine. He's going to make the wizard cultist trade, which is fine by me. I actually didn't mind that too much. And then sacking the Headwood as well here. That's interesting. Oh, because he has a sniper. I see. He has a sniper. And we do not have the best of tools to deal with that right now. We do have tools in the deck, don't worry, but not really enough to deal with that right now. We'll see how he positions all this. The sniper's got me worried. Things like Knockout, though, and Kraken can deal with it. And in a deck of 25, which we are thinning down on, we should be able to find those resources here. He's, I think, down one more card than us, but I don't think it really matters. There's another Magma Sword. Oh! Shoot. That's a problem. Dino Nest and Magma Sword were his two in hand. That is some incredible synergy for a draft. Wow. I don't know what to really say about that one. We gotta draw our answers, I guess. Yeah, it's not looking too hot for us here, but I don't know what else to tell you. Troll is not the thing we wanted. That is not the thing we needed. It doesn't matter since you can do that. We'll just have to do that. Magma Sword can't reach. No. Cannot. Guess we'll throw Bridge Troll. Maybe Drake as well, and then just pass. I mean, he is on, like, the draw here, so maybe if we overpower the ranged units with just sheer numbers, it might do the trick here. Keeping everything out of the Magma Sword range because the explosive very much matters. If I had lined this up for an explosive shot, bad things would have happened here. So he is going to make some dino trades, which is fine. We'll get a couple more bodies off his side of the board here. He is connecting with the... Okay, not connecting, but he is using the Furnace Knight. That's fine. We might just make a trade there, then. He can put the sniper into the bridge troll, but then that opens up his sniper, which you see there. He is holding. Doesn't really want to do that. Oh, thank you. That's huge. Tunnel escape coming in very handy here. We can not only do that, but we can connect to this. We can do that. We can put you up here. We can walk the bridge troll up. I guess we can just pass on that here. We're not in a rush to hurt him. And he's down just a bit more than us in terms of card count, which is good. Well, he'll deck out before we do. Magma Storm moving back. Yep, that's the right thing to do. Keeping the Magma Storm safe, 'cause that is his biggest and really only huge asset, keeping him alive in the game. Drake as well to block. That is fine. I don't think well, I can't really do anything with that for now. Still no sign of our Kraken, which is disappointing. I can simply go ahead and bop his resources because we can, like I said before, just outvalue him in terms of what we can throw out on the board here. I do have to be careful, though. We don't want to just throw everything out here. I guess we'll get this second Connors up there since he can't kill it. And leave the miner there, because if he wants to take the Dwarven miner, he has to move the Magma Store into a range of being bopped. Alright, White Knight. That's interesting. Rider, which doesn't really get any sort of buffs here. Although, mind you, he does have another Dino Rider. He's got a lot of Dwarf Dinosaur synergy in this deck, which is insane. But then I think he's just gonna... He's debating, I think, whether or not to put the Magmasaur up to kill the Dwarven Miner here. Or not. Okay, he doesn't want to do that. That is fine. We don't get the Kraken, unfortunately. We do get quite a card in terms of knockout, though. Do we need it? I am not sure. Let's go ahead and put that in. Get some gold count going. I think we'll put the Thief into the Rider. I think we will move the Captain up to slap something here. We'll move the Dwarven Miner up as well. I'm going to knock out the Magmasaur, and I think just pass on that. I do want to hold something in reserve in case we get into some trouble. I think Kraken at this point just ends the game if we can pull out of our literal 2 remaining draws. So, as long as it doesn't burn us out, we should be fine here. Demonic Rage onto the White Knight. Now you know things are looking rough for him. Yeah, that's fine. The Magmasaur are going to do that as well. You have to kill some of these things, though. Drake, yep, okay, that'll do it. And then a Fear, which I guess, okay, more draw. Next turn is going to be his last pull here. Doesn't matter, though. We do have the Kraken, and Kraken, I think, buffed by the Blacksmith, is just enough for a direct lethal. You love to see it. If we didn't pull that for turn, actually, now looking at it, might have been rough, because I don't know what we would have done. We would have to just block and hope that we could. I guess it didn't matter. Well, it is Warlocks. So we could have had Burn, but regardless, thankfully we did put the Kraken in that situation to get ourselves a second game win. And quite a back and forth that one was here, but it is not over yet, folks. We do have one more match after all my last draws. I think Dancing Swords and Green Drake, maybe? I think those are the 2 cards left in the deck, would have been. Anyways, one more matchup, folks, here. Match number 3. Let's go ahead and see what our last one is, or how the last match goes. because English isn't working. Let's go ahead and jump to that now. And match number 3 actually is looking pretty nice already. Not only do we have the Colossus Manfish, but we have some nice cards on curve as well to follow up with. We're looking pretty nice in this deck already, and you love to see it. I am going to coin out the Colossus early just to get this going. Our opponent is on Vikings, which is interesting. We do have to be careful of a couple of things here. But overall, starting off the Colossus into the Manfish will be quite a way to hit off the game. We are going to throw that Manfish up. Beautiful. You love to see it. We can also get maybe... And I think it's fine if we run the Manfish up. Realistically, what does he have in deck that's going to be able to deal with this at the same point here? Lumberjack and then, like, Storm Strike. But, I mean, yeah, no. Okay, Lumberjack goes in. And there's the surrender. I guess the Manfish Colossus is too powerful. Yeah, okay, that's our third matchup here, but honestly, I'm not feeling too good about using that as the last match. So, folks, we're going to get into match number 4 here and see if we can find just a little bit more of a thorough game to end off this episode. And I wanted to make the transition because, you know, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So, we are jumping in here. Not bad to start us off here, but, you know, it would have been better if we had that Colossus like we did in the last game here. We do have things like the Bridge Troll, though, which is hopefully going to do some work here. Our opponent does have the coin, though, so even if we get the Bridge Troll going, I don't really think it's going to do too much. Oh, he's going to use his coin. Into the Vicious Sunflower he goes. Alright, that is fine. I am going to respond with the Bridge Troll now. We'll see if he wants to interact with our troll here. Hit face, although I don't think you want to. You do you, though. You got 1 gold to use, because that is the power of the Bridge Troll. And yeah, just like we mentioned, he is not going to interact with us. I am going to forcibly interact with him, though. We are going to put that in. I think we'll put the con artist here as well and pass it back here. He should have an answer to maybe deal with the Bridge Troll. At least I would assume. Right? Oh, well, that's... Alright. A bit more involved of a way to deal with that, but I guess that is fine. I'll pull out the Wraith. I probably should have advanced that all the way up here so he couldn't just block, but it's fine. We're going to get the Wraith out here. This is hopefully going to do some fun stuff here. Hopefully drew something good off that offering, because he's going to need it. Horseman connecting to the Wraith here. That is pretty alright for him. Ooh, but that is even juicier. I think I am going to want to take that, so I am going to... Actually, do I... I could just draw Fencer Man. No, this is better. This is better. If he's got a Blaze, Blaze will get incredible value, but only will kill 1 unit. Might be a fast one, too. Okay, Rally coming out. That can clear the Wraith, but he has to get rid of a couple other things, I think, on the board here. So, yep, we're going to see some additional trades on the board here. You'll love to see it. Fantastic stuff. And I think we are just going to go ahead and put this bad boy behind, smack in for some more damage here. And I think throw out the Fencer for follow-up. I don't really feel like there's anything much else we can do in this game other than just, yeah, big bodies. Big bodies smack each other. I mean, and yeah, I know this is going to be a quicker game, but at least our opponent didn't auto-surrender like the last one did. Fire Drake. Alright, Fire Drake's actually fun. Can get some work done, but unfortunately not enough to kill without some kind of removal on either the Fencer or the Colossus here. Ooh, Cockatrice. That would have been great if Fencer was in the Colossus position, but that is not how that works. He is just shy here, and yeah, he sees the lethal, so that is going to be a surrender from him. Oh, boy. Well, I mean, Cockatrice didn't do what I think he wanted to, but, I mean, that is just the power of Colossus. Colossus is 1 point chunkier, and that makes him all the more special. So, with that being said, folks, that is going to be our 4th and final win for this video here. Let's withdraw, see what we can pull. Gonna get the card pack, of course, and, oh, yeah, gonna get a zombie as well. You love to see it. Zombie and 5 shards. Not exactly the best, but at this point, I'm not I'm not looking for any more cards in this game. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move to close out this video. Right, and with that, folks, yeah, that's going to be all from me. So if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like on the video. Be sure to share it with your friends. And, of course, if you haven't done so already or are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. It helps us out. It helps the channel grow and thrive. Again, we are closing on the mark of 1K subs, and I think over 30% of you who watch the videos actually aren't subscribed, which, I mean, if you guys who aren't subscribed do, then I mean, who knows, we could reach that goal and maybe make some more things happen. But yeah, I do appreciate you watching the video for sure. And of course, like I mentioned in the beginning, we do have some more exciting content on the way, so be sure to keep your eyes out for that. However, with that being said, that is going to do it for me for now. So until next time, stay gaming.